To the channel. My name is Zoell, and this is your WWE Smackdown review for February 28th, 2020. Overall, a boring fucking show, so this review will be very quick and straight to the point because I didn't care for anything on the show, honestly. So, yeah, let's get to it. The night opened up with Goldberg and Roman Reigns. I missed the first maybe 5 minutes of the segment, so if Goldberg said anything, I missed it. I did see on Twitter that he was getting a bunch of boos. By the time I tuned in, Roman was making his entrance, and I can only assume that because Roman said that he's next, Goldberg got in the ring and said something about who's next. Yep, it doesn't take a rocket scientist, so I wrote on Twitter, I really just can't believe this shit. Like, I can't believe Vince literally called Goldberg up, offered him 2 million, 5 million, whatever the ridiculous price is, and said, "Hey, I'm gonna pay you to fly all the way over to Saudi Arabia, and I need you to bury the shit out of the Fiend, and you're going to win the Universal Championship, and then you're going to go to WrestleMania, and then you're going to lose the Universal Championship to Roman Reigns. Hey, pal, how does that sound?" And Goldberg was just like, "Hey, I'm not doing anything, but I don't know what Goldberg does. I guess he fixes up cars, and I guess he spends time just sitting in a home with his wife, talking about how great their family is and everything, and he's probably playing with his son or something, and by the time he gets to the front door or the back door to play football with his son, he's already sweating and out of breath." That's what I picture. So, and I'm not going to even address the outside noise because you guys know how these review goes. So, yeah, I just can't believe that to get to Roman Reigns, you have to A, call up a 53-year-old man, and B, you have to bury one of your most creative and one of your future rising stars of the company. I just don't fucking get it. I don't get it. No, let me not say I don't get it, because I do get it. You know, Vince will always have a hard on for Roman, no matter what, we say. The fans didn't the McMahon family stand in the ring some time ago and say, it's up to us. They're giving us the power. Well, if we had the power, I would fucking fire Vince from his own company and get somebody in there, Triple H or somebody, get somebody in there who understands how this is supposed to work. This whole Roman Reigns experience, it's just not working. Nobody likes the guy. Women love to look at him. Guys like to boo him. Kids want to be him. But it's not enough to warrant how many times this guy just constantly ends up in the title picture. I mean, I'll give the guy some slack. He hasn't really been in the main event picture in a while. I mean, who would? I mean, at this point, I would, because I'd rather be pushed to the moon and get booed every night than be stuck in a feud with Baron fucking Corbin. So, and I'm not calling him King Corbin because that shit is fucking dumb. So, I guess, I can give him some slack because of that. So I won't be that guy. But at the same time, it's like, it must be fucking nice to literally do the same work that everyone else in that company does, everybody on the roster does, and just get opportunity after opportunity after opportunity while I won't say not earning it, because he is there day in and day out, but I don't mean it that way. I mean, like, regardless of how much work everybody else does, like, it seems like they're just never afforded the rewards that Roman Reigns gets, and I'll just never fucking understand it. So yeah, we're getting Goldberg and Roman at WrestleMania. I guess it'll be the battle of the spears, and for me it'll be the battle of how many naps I can take during this match, because I don't give a fuck. So anyway, we had Bayley versus Naomi. All I wrote in my notes is my wife Sasha Banks is back. I literally wrote that because that's all I really cared about. She's fucking gorgeous, and I'm happy to see her back. So, this ended up turning into a tag match when Naomi hit Bayley with a rear view. She went for the pin. Sasha Banks jumped in the ring, attacked Naomi, causing the DQ. And of course, big-breasted blonde Lacey Evans came out to make the save. I wrote this on Twitter. Like, Vince will just... What business does Lacey Evans have saving Naomi? Like, somebody wrote to me like they would have preferred Carmella. Maybe Carmella. Because as of lately, Carmella's been, she was in a match with Naomi. She was in a match with Bayley and stuff like that. So that makes sense. She's been on TV. Lacey Evans has been backstage and catering, doing interviews where she's crying and talking about notes in her boot. And I'm just sitting here like, girl, nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares. Like, you're trash. And the only reason you're getting pushed again is because you're blonde and you're big-breasted. Like, that country Bama accent needs to fucking go. I know country people that don't even sound that annoying. And don't get me wrong, I love the country accent. I'm planning on moving down there very soon. But still, it's just not working for you. Like, they're really trying to push Lacey Evans as a face, and it's not working because obviously us people with a functioning brain don't care. We don't like her. I don't care how many times you could talk about a hero and talk about your army vet. That's great and all. Like, that's great. And how Summer, your daughter, is the love of your life. Well, guess what? I have a daughter named Sila, and she's the love of my life. But that does not mean that the people are going to vote for me to be the next fucking city council member, okay? Like, just some things are just not meant for you, sis. And being a face is not it, okay? It's just not working, girl. So... I don't even know. What happened in this match? Hold on. Lacey and Naomi both hit drop kicks. They both attacked Bayley and Sasha outside the ring. Banks hit double knees to Naomi in the corner. Bayley and Sasha hit a double elbow for a 2 count. Naomi hit, I can't even tell you who the fuck she hit. But Michael Cole called it a mule kick. I don't know if that's the legit name of it. It sounds fucking dumb. And that's what I get for taking anything that Michael Cole says with a grain of salt. So, I don't even know who it was. Anyway, I think it probably was Bayley. So she hit a mule kick to Bayley, a jawbreaker into Guri, and then she tagged in Lacey Evans. Evans hit a pump kick to Sasha on the apron, a springboard elbow on Bayley, and Evans tags in Naomi. She hits a springboard crossbody. Sasha interrupts Naomi's 2 count. She hits a backstabber, and Evans pulls her out the ring, throws her into the barricade. Naomi hits the sunset powerbomb on Bayley, who was trying to help Sasha get away from Lacey, and then she gets a 3 count. So, there's your winners, Naomi and Lacey Evans. And the only thing I can say is, why couldn't this be a solo Naomi win? Like, to add insult to injury, you're giving us Bayley and Naomi 24 hours after you gave us Bayley and Naomi in Saudi Arabia, which a show that I did not watch because I have morals. But you're slapping us in the face because you're giving us this match again. And on top of it, you're adding Lacey Evans in Naomi's business when she's not needed. Like, Carmella, okay, I can understand. But Lacey fucking Evans, no thank you. Lacey Evans has no business saving Naomi. And this, this is obviously leading to the inevitable, which is Lacey Evans winning the women's championship from Bayley at WrestleMania, which 1000% should be Sasha, but Vince is never going to give us what we want, so I guess you people can just continue to watch Sasha and Bayley's rivalry from NXT because that's the closest we're going to fucking get. Anyway, we had Robert Roode versus Kofi Kingston. I'm not saying much about this match because it sucked. It didn't even suck. I just didn't care about it. And once again, the New Day come out throwing pancakes and smiling and doing everything happy, and they're skipping and they're cheering and they're dancing. It's like, dudes, seriously? Anyway, it's like, didn't you fucking people lose your tag team championships 24 hours ago. Like, would it kill them to come out to the ring being upset? Like, I would have liked to see Kofi Kingston come out to the ring pissed off and beat the shit out of Bobby Roode. That'd have been great. That'd have been great because that would have been something different. But no, we get the same old Kofi throwing pancakes and he's all smiles as if they're not being booked as fucking losers and idiots. I just don't get it. Like, I'm not even gonna recap this. Like, is there a point? Like, towards the end, Kofi goes for SOS, but Bobby counters it into a full Nelson slam. He gets a 2 count. He hits a spine buster for another 2 count. Kofi finally hits the SOS, but Dolph puts Bobby's leg on the bottom rope. Rude rolls up Kofi for the 3 count. That's it. That's it. Oh, and I guess I should say during this match we saw Mandy Rose backstage watching, and she just looked, as if like the producers were like, we just want you to stand there and just stare at the monitor, and we want you to act like you really give a shit about what's going on. Sonya Deville walked up or she didn't walk up, she appeared somehow and said that, oh, your man looks really happy out there, and Mandy just shrugged. So I guess that's, I guess she was just like, whatever, like, because that's what I would say. That's what I said about this whole segment. And then we see Heavy Machinery, and Tucker basically tells Otis that he needs to give up on Mandy. And I just wrote, like I wrote on Twitter, poor Otis. It's okay. There's somebody for everybody. So next we had the contract signing for Shinsuke Nakamura and Braun Strowman. Color me fucking excited. Why are they having a contract signing? And when did Shinsuke earn another shot at the Intercontinental Championship? When? Did I miss it? Because I know I'm not really consistent with my reviews. People, please just bear with me. I have a 9-month-old. But did I miss where Shinsuke was in maybe a qualifying match or a number 1 contenders match? Maybe a gauntlet match. Something to earn this. Why are they giving this to him? Because Braun Strowman put his head through a fucking piano? That's kind of what I want to do every time I watch these shows. I'm going to put my own head through a fucking piano. That's what's going to happen. Does that mean that I'm going to earn a chance at marrying Sasha Banks? I would hope fucking so. But anyway, basically, Sami Zayn got on the mic. He said some, he just be talking. And somehow, I guess, from what I really wasn't paying attention, it looks like this IC title match is turning into a 3-on-1 handicap match. Again, nobody cares. Cesaro, Shinsuke, and Sami attacked Strowman after the contract signing. Sami hit 2 haluva kicks. Shinsuke landed a Kinshasa. And then they pushed Strowman through the table. Again, nobody cares. And if I didn't give a shit about that one, I definitely didn't give a shit about Daniel Bryan versus Curtis Axel with Drew Gulak on commentary. All I wrote literally was Daniel Bryan wins by submission. I didn't take any notes because I don't care. Next, we go to The Miz and John Morrison, and they're having, I guess, a tag team championship celebration. The Miz says, like God, like Godfather, Rocky, Terminator, the Marine, and all this other stuff. The Miz and Morrison are better. I guess he was comparing this. He said the sequels to these movies were better, meaning, I guess he was comparing the sequels to him and Morrison. Again, I was not paying attention because I was really, really trying to not fall asleep. So they start dancing and singing Miz and Morrison, hey, hey, ho, ho. And I just wrote, like, this shit is just fucking bad. Like, the ref comes out and tells the announcer guy that Miz and Morrison have to defend their titles at the Elimination Chamber against the Usos, Lucha House Party, Dolph Ziggler, and Robert Roode, Heavy Machinery, and The New Day. Lucha House Party? Wow. As if it's not been said, the tag team fucking division in the WWE as a whole, excluding NXT because they're pretty good, the division just fucking sucks. Lucha House Party? How did they qualify? Speaking of like Shinsuke Nakamura, how did they qualify? Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, how did they qualify? The Usos, I can see. Heavy Machinery, we all love them. And the New Day, like Corey Graves said on commentary, again. Like, do they have nothing planned? But anyway, the Usos come out and then we have a match. The Usos won, basically. Morrison and Jay started off the match. Jay lands a hip toss, he tags in his brother. Morrison super kicks Jimmy. The Miz hits a basement DDT for a 2 count. I definitely fast forward through this, so bear with me. Morrison hits I guess what is called a disaster kick for a 2 count. Then we go to commercial. Back from commercial, Jay lands a Samoan drop. He reverses the skull crushing finale. Miz tags in Morrison. They hit a double knee neck breaker combo for a 2 count. Jimmy blind tags himself in. He hits a suicide dive on Miz. Jay lands a big splash, but Morrison gets his knees up. Morrison goes to the top rope. Jimmy again somehow blind. See, that's how much I was paying attention. I don't even know what the fuck I wrote. But anyway, Morrison got his knees up when Jay went for a splash. Somehow, Jimmy blind tags in again on something. Morrison goes for a Starship Pain. Jimmy interrupts. Jay super kicks the Miz off the apron. Jay does what Corey Graves called a Samoan destroyer. Who writes this shit, man? Anyway, Jimmy hits a Canadian destroyer from the top rope on Morrison before Jay does the big splash from the opposite turnbuckle. And they get the 3 count. And the Usos win. All I wrote is, I'm happy my babies won. And then we get to the final fucking segment. John Cena returns. After showing footage of him burying talent throughout the night. Like his old matches that, again, I don't care. So he comes out and he basically keeps amping up like what he's doing for WrestleMania. And he says that he knows how hard it is for WWE superstars to get their spot, which I call 15 minutes, at WrestleMania. And even though he said they don't listen to you, they meaning Vince, even though Vince doesn't listen to us, he does. And he said that this year's WrestleMania should go on without him. If only this were fucking true. He says that it's not goodbye, but it's goodbye for now. And he says that WrestleMania spots should be earned and not demanded. Oh, really? Oh, really? Oh, really? Okay. At this point, I'm just waiting for the Fiend to come out. He drops the mic and he says, and he, kisses babies and gives fans high fives and all this other insufferable shit. He goes to the top of the ramp, the lights go out. And they come back and the Fiend appears behind him. And the audacity of this fucking company to have Bray Wyatt, the Fiend, point at the WrestleMania sign. Like, how stupid. Like, not only did you bury this character less than 24 hours ago, next you have him come out and point to the WrestleMania sign as if his character is the same as fucking Charlotte Flair or Drew McIntyre. No shade to Drew, but complete shade to Charlotte. Like, what else are they planning to do to this character that they haven't already done? Like, I just don't get it. Like, was it not enough that the man lost to 53-year-old Goldberg, who may as well be fucking 63 with the way that he's moving and talking? Was that not enough? Was it not enough that you built this character up to where he took 15,000 curb stomps from Seth Rollins in the dark, was almost electrified by studio equipment or whatever, arena equipment? Like, did Seth Rollins not pull out every tool in the toolbox, as they say, from underneath the ring and try to beat the shit out of this character? Nothing. Daniel Bryan was stuck in a match where he was basically tied to the Fiend and gave him every kick and chop and that he could think of, and the Fiend still won. And then you tell me that none of that matters because Goldberg's old ass came in and gave him what, from what I saw, the weakest fucking jackhammer ever. He gives him about what, 4 spears? And gets the pin for 1, 2, 3. Was that not enough, Vince? Was it not enough? Oh no, it's not enough. Oh yeah, even though we had him buried 24 hours in, that doesn't matter because it's a whole new day, no pun intended. And guess what? We're going to have John Cena beat him at WrestleMania. Because I guarantee you, if The Fiend wins at WrestleMania, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter. Now, don't get me wrong. The Fiend didn't need the championship in the first place. He didn't. But it's like, you spend so much time building up this character. Imagine the time it took Bray to sit down and come up with the concept for the character, the look, the music, the damn headlight lantern. He slimmed down, like the Mr. Rogers Firefly Funhouse segments. The the little Huskus the pig and Abby the wit, and all this stuff that he came up with. For what? For you to call old ass fucking Goldberg and have him come in for a 20-minute match and bury him, and then on top of it you're gonna put him in a match with John Cena, and you think that we care? Like, this company fucking just me even sitting here going over that just makes me even more pissed off than I already was. But you know what? There's no point. There's no point in getting mad. So, you know what? Whatever. So, it's going to be John Cena and The Fiend at WrestleMania. Whoop-de-fucking-do. So, that's my review for tonight. I think I pretty much gave as much care as I'm going to. So, please follow me on all my social medias. Twitter, Instagram. And my nephew finally made me download Snapchat. So, follow me on Snapchat, I guess. And I will see you guys for AEW Revolution tomorrow. Love you. Bye.